Hello, we lot, so it's your boy here, and I'm going to be doing the review for the 2015 MotoGP Grand Prix of the Americas. Sorry, I almost forgot. But yeah, it was the Grand Prix Americas. By the way, just a quick summary of Argentina. Pretty much Marc Marquez won the race. Basically, there was also a little bit of issues with the Michelin tyres. So it was Scott Redding who actually had a tyre issue, and as a result, MotoGP declared it to be a race where you would have to change your bikes during the middle of the race. Something that they did in Australia a while back, which gave Marc Marquez a disqualification. But yeah, they did that, and then as the race got underway, Lorenzo almost takes the lead, but then there was a bit of argy-bargy in the first part of the first corner, and then afterwards Valentino puts a little bit of pressure on Marc Marquez, which then seems to go away, especially as Valentino goes for his second bike. Lorenzo falls off the bike, and that was it for him. And then in the end of the race, the two Ducatis come together in the last part of the race, crashing into one another and taking them both out of the race, which then led to Marc Marquez winning the race from Valentino second, and Pedrosa third, and actually Eugene Lamberti fourth, which I thought was a really good result for that Power Electronics Ducati bike. So yeah, a very, very good drive by him there. And yeah, it was a pretty good down race. I would probably give that an 8 out of 10, to be honest. So yeah. Now going into the Grand Prix of the Americas. By the way, I did not see qualifying, to be honest, because I was out in Stratford. So apologies on that. But I did get to see the race, and boy, what a race it was. So yeah, Marc Marquez on pole position, the two Yamahas second and third. And I think behind them was Carl Crutchlow, actually, surprisingly, in 5th place in that LCR Honda there. So good qualifying by him there. So anyways, at the start of the race, it was a good start from Marc Marquez. He got a really, really good start. The two Yamahas actually got a better start and actually almost took the lead. Well, actually, Lorenzo actually took the lead, but then Marquez would actually get by Lorenzo, and then Marquez would actually pull away from the rest of the field. And then after the first few laps, we saw Valentino Rossi actually losing his bike, falling off at the first part of the lap, and actually falling off the bike, and that was it for his race. So really, really unfortunate, to be honest, especially as a lot of fans were hoping that he would produce something special in the race, but unfortunately he would retire from the race. I mean, very, very disappointing, especially as he hasn't had a retirement in some time, so very, very disappointing. Then afterwards, we saw Dovizioso get up to second place at one point, but then afterwards would drop to third place, and as he was running in third, got sideswiped majorly by Pedrosa. Pretty much Pedrosa coming in there like a wrecking ball and smashing both himself and Dovizioso out of the race. It was a pretty terrible accident, to be honest, but pretty much a clumsy mistake from Pedrosa. Pretty much Pedrosa sort of loosened the front end, which made him loose, and as a result he lost the braking for the corner, and as a result ran into the side of Dovizioso. So pretty much a racing incident, to be honest. Both of them would end up to retire the race, which is unfortunate, but that's racing, to be honest. These things can happen, so yeah, you just gotta suck it up and move on. And then afterwards we saw a bizarre incident between Cal Crutchlow and Bradley Smith, both of them having their own accidents at the hairpin before the straight, both of them falling off the bike at pretty much the exact same point. But they managed to keep going, but then afterwards they would pretty much score pretty much like 1 or 2 points, so pretty much down in the low top 10, sort of high top 20, sort of mid top 20. So yeah, unfortunate. I believe it was something to do with the oil, because there was a lot of oil. They did say there was a lot of oil. They were saying that it could have been something to do with the oil, because there was a lot of oil dust, or sort of cement dust down the straight, which was because of the oil on the early part of the races, which I kind of am believing, to be honest, because like I said, with that, so I guess the guys didn't realise that there was an oil spill on that part as well from the earlier races. So yeah, I mean, a bit annoying, especially as it was something as silly as that, but whatever. I mean, hopefully they can go on to the next race with high hopes, with good results. Yeah. And then during the mid-pack, we saw a really good battle between the two Suzukis. They battled it out hugely for, I think, 7th place, I believe it was, between Alicia Spargaro and Maverick Vinales. They both battled hard for a couple of laps, but then in the end it was Vinales who got the better of Alicia Spargaro. I think he got around him before that sort of reverse turn 8 section, which was quite cool. But then afterwards he would breeze away from Alicia Spargaro, who I think he was struggling on his bike, really, to be honest. I think Alicia's struggling a lot this year, to be honest. You know, it's more Maverick Vinales who's sort of stealing the show this year off his teammates. Because remember last year, we mostly saw Alicia Spargaro stealing the show from young Maverick Vinales. So to see young Maverick Vinales taking the fight and actually beating his teammate Alicia Spargaro is quite something, to be honest. So yeah, fair play on him. And then pretty much during the entire race, there was nothing much really happening except for Marc Marquez just dominating the race and then going off to win the race as a result. From 2nd place, Ineone, because of the accidents between Pedrosa and Dovizioso, he managed to pick up 2nd. I think 3rd was Lorenzo. Good ride by him. Sorry. 4th was I'm not quite sure who came 4th. I don't know, I'll have to have a look. But yeah, that's all I know from the top 3. It was a fantastic race, especially from Marc Marquez, my boy Marc Marquez, dominating the show. He's actually won now 4 races in a row, which is absolutely insane. Pretty much this is his yard here in Austin, Texas, man. He just absolutely relishes this track. Every time he comes here, he absolutely performs. He absolutely shows us why he is a 2-time champion. So yeah, absolutely awesome. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to hit the like button below. Comment below on what you thought about the race. Was it good? Was it enjoyable? Was it meh? Comment below. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys next time. Your boy, I'm out. Peace.